¡Ah! ¡Empieza! Me ponía en directo.
¿Ah, sí?
Sí, mira, no, mira.
Ah, sí, es verdad.
Como que estoy flipando.
Estás flipando.
¡Ah!
Hey everyone, I'm Kimberly Ann Campbell, and I voice Lesser Lord Kusanali, aka NAHIDA. This is my first ever special program, and I can't wait to explore the upcoming content with all of you.
What's up, everybody? My name is Alejandro Saab, and I'm
Ya, sí.
Hopefully everyone's gotten to know Sino a little better during this version, and we've
Algo
seen plenty
entiendo.
of Sino coming our way in the upcoming version too.
And I'm sure lots of travelers are super excited to see what version 3.2 has in store for us. So, let's jump right in and start with our new version trailer.
Let's do it!
Vamos.
Imagine this. We have orchestrated our plan and successfully rescued Lesser Lord Kusanali. We have changed Sumeru's entire political landscape.
¿Cabe?
Did I just see something dart by?
Having the doctor gone benefits him as well as us.
Ahí está, doctore.
Amazing.
¡Ha despertado!
This is how it feels to walk out of that cage with my own body.
Mi loli.
Yeah.
¡Ah! Vaya del feo, tío.
Hey. Make yourself at home.
Reaper, muchas gracias por el follow, bienvenido.
But now this isn't be the time to indulge in this feeling.
¡Oh, Laila!
Is it too late for an extension?
Uy, qué voz más rara.
Not now. Stars, shine for me.
¡Oh! Este es el hipotasis.
Sí.
Luckily, there is still some time left for
Pero
me
no
to
me
take
cortes
care
la
of
canción
everything
así.
before I leave.
So,
Ahí está.
you think this is over?
¿Cuántos cables?
Está conectada mal.
Wait. No. I can't.
That's the secret hidden by Ermin's soul concerning the truth of this world.
The balladeer has already become a god?
No wonder your own people have abandoned you, God of wisdom.
¡Dios!
At my command, you shall fall.
Le falta
My
medio.
endless cycle begins.
Calla.
Your ploy was to sacrifice the traveler here, was it not?
Nilu, are you sure about this? You're taking such a great risk for them.
I must admit that I'm a little scared.
Caminadita.
But I'll try my best for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Hathem's plan is even more radical than I imagined.
Brothers, let's show them we Eremites are not to be messed with.
Los eruditos contra la gente de Academia.
Betrayed all of Sumeru. Betrayed its Archon.
Creating a god. We are using human wisdom to create a god. Let us reenact a scene of the Archon War. Come and inaugurate my birth as a god.
Ok.
Mira, código.
Código, primer código.
So, we've got a lot to unpack from that trailer.
Yeah. After experiencing the Sabzeruz Festival, Samsara, and surviving our journey through the desert, we'll finally get to the riveting end of the Sumeru Archon quest in version 3.2. Picking up right where we left off, the Traveler is teaming up with some amazing characters to face the Academia and rescue Sumeru's Archon. But I'm sure the first thing everyone's wondering is how we're going to save the Dendro Archon.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Ay, de
Nahida's
verdad.
been locked up by the
Lo tendré que hacer yo.
sanctuary of Surasthana.
It's not like we can just go walking
Un momento,
in there.
chiquis.
And on top of that,
Mientras
we're
hablan
dealing
esta
with two
gente,
of the Fatui
Senpai, por
Harbingers
favor,
now.
no hagas una
We've got the
captura.
Balladeer
O sea,
and
la
his
gente está
super
pasando el
powerful
código y
looking
tú haces
boss
una
man,
captura, de
as well as
verdad.
the doctor, who seems to be a real tricky one to predict. I'm not gonna lie, the Traveler really has his hands full with this one.
Yeah, definitely a tricky situation.
Ya lo odio, Pau.
Totally. And besides these two harbingers, we can be sure the Grand Sage will also be on his guard. But hey, with the help of two insiders like Sino and Alhaitham, we might just have a way into the academia.
Well, as the General Mahamatra, Sino also has his own agenda. After being tracked and predicted by the academia for all these years, this might just be his chance to settle the score.
And if we're hoping to truly save Sumeru, we'll definitely need the power of the Dendro Archon to help us.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how everyone's hard work and coordination plays out.
And I don't know about you guys, but besides saving Nahida, I'm also curious how we're going to save Irminsul. Plus, we still don't know the meaning behind the words that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata left us. World, forget me.
Well, travelers will be able to personally unravel the answers to all these questions in their own journeys through version 3.
¿Qué están diciendo?
You know, I'm actually kind of curious what the future for Sumeru will be once they get through all of this and
Como Sino va a tirar
what will
cables
happen
por
to
la
the crew we've
academia.
been working with along the way.
Yeah, same. I just hope
Y
things will work
Nahida
out
está
for everyone
animando a los
affected by
travelers
Elazar, like Junior
Seguro
Zod and
que lo
Colin.
resuelven todo.
Oh, and
Típico.
we can't forget the desert dwellers who have been mistreated all these years. There's a
Sí,
lot
tiene
that
espada
needs to
nivel
change
2,
for
sí.
them, too.
Va mejorando la
So
espada.
be sure not to miss Chapter 5 of the Archon quest, Akasha Pulses, the Kulpa Flame Rises. It'll be quite the ride, and I hope everyone will enjoy it.
Yeah, and of course, the end of this quest won't be the end of everyone's journey in Sumeru. There are still many puzzles and mysteries waiting to be solved. Whether it's Lesser Lord Kusanali, the Doctor, or the Balladeer, I think there still might be lots of unexpected things waiting to be uncovered.
Yes, it's gonna be awesome.
El viajero Calon tiene tanto nivel de personaje que no necesita ni subir de nivel de arma, ya ves.
Maybe we can talk about that massive mechanical-looking puppet we've seen. That's the god that the academia has been creating.
That's right. And now that you mentioned it, let's talk about the Balladeer boss.
Nuevo boss, obviamente, el boss semanal.
This boss looks tough. The Doctor must have put a lot of his energy into this.
Yeah, the Balladeer
Tiene una voz muy
has
adulta,
strong
la de
and
Nahida.
awesome-looking abilities, so why don't we start by
Pero en el
checking out some
trailer se
gameplay
notaba
from the
más
new boss
loli.
battle?
Sounds good.
Woo!
Ahí está. Claro, encima el cabrón usa varios elementos. Hijo de puta.
Bueno, porque es el robot este, ¿no?
Ya, pero ¿y qué? O sea, eso no te lo hacen igual. Mira, hijo de puta.
Ya.
Qué asco de boss va a ser, La música es buena, sí. Ah, la mecánica esta. O sea, no es solo pegar de golpes, que hay más mecánicas. Mira, ¿ves? Hay una cosa ahí que le pega. ¿Qué es? ¿Es una aranara?
No sé si es como algo dentro raro. Que hay que
Just look
cargarlo,
at the
¿no?
size of it.
No lo sé.
Pretty sure this boss is going to push travelers to the limit.
Yeah, no kidding.
Que el boss
thing
va
is huge.
a llevar al límite a los
Come to think of
travelers.
it, this is like the third Fatui Harbinger boss.
¿Será
battle we've had.
anti-escudos?
They really
Yeah.
keep stepping up the art and design every time. It's so awesome.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
¡Awesome!
This is an ultra-powerful puppet we're going up against here. So
Que es
we're
el tercer
talking
Fatui que
huge
tenemos
attacks
como
and
boss.
epic moves. Let's
Es
break
que
it
vamos a
down
tener
bit.
todos los fatuis como
In the
bosses.
first phase of the battle, the Balladeer will
Es-
use
es-
his massive arms to attack everyone.
Es un bicho
The
raro.
arms are capable of utilizing different elemental powers, and there are several types of abilities.
Es un
including
bichito que nos da
attacks that
Nahida.
yields of
Hombre,
burning
me
or
imagino que
freezing
nos lo da
effects on the ground.
Nahida.
Oh, you know what? This fight kind of reminds me of when we fight Ruin Guards. I think we'll have to come up with a way to paralyze it.
Right. And you might have noticed there are some arcane formations on the ground, so activating those might trigger some interesting effects.
And I bet a lot of people are wondering what that thing is floating next to us. Not gonna
Oye, buenos
lie,
tacones,
it's kinda cute. Oh, maybe it's a Paimon reskin.
Sorry, but no. Not only is it super cute, but it's also
Madre
super
mía.
powerful. Travelers will need to charge energy for this little helper and use its special skill to
Me
counter
acuerdo
the
en voz
boss
del
in battle.
Honkai.
A helper and a
Sí,
boss
Nahida está
fight.
explicando que el Traveler
Yeah,
tendrá
that's
que cargarlo de
definitely not
energía
Paimon.
para que le eche una mano.
Once the Balladeer has
O sea, vamos a
transformed into this
necesitar
massive
dentro,
form,
sí o sí.
our usual attacks won't deal any tangible damage to him. So, the only thing capable of breaking through his defenses will be our little helper that we just mentioned. There will even be some moments in the fight where travelers will need to use an aiming mode to attack the boss's weak points.
Oh, who would have guessed that little thing would be so important against a boss the size of the Balladeer?
I know, right? They also use some amazing special effects for all of the Balladeer's moves. Speaking of which, the cosmic appearance, the spacey special effects of his skills really kind of remind
Madre
me
mía,
of the writing
¿quién
Genshin.
es Gilgamesh?
Ah, you're right. And seriously, I can't wait to check out this.
El boss está hecho para matar con Nahida.
Yeah.
Claro.
So now that we've covered the new boss battle, I think it's time to introduce the first of our new playable characters.
Tamura Yukari es la
Let's
misma
welcome
que de Honkai.
Lesser Lord
Es Teri Teri.
Kusanali, aka Nahida.
Yay! Finally!
After everything we've experienced in the story
Yay.
so far, I think Nahida's already like a good friend to us. It's seriously so crazy what we've been through.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear you say that, Zach. Okay, so throughout our journey, maybe everyone's already noticed some of the unique, yeah, let's call it that.
Ahora que Tignai me ha
unique
roto
metaphors
el
that
piti
Nahida
puede llevar
likes to
dentro,
use.
sí.
And yeah, they can be pretty out there. Or sometimes she'll use
Se parece con el que
really
peleas
childlike language
desafeitado.
to describe some deep or profound idea. But
No
the
sabría
truth
decirte.
is, she has yet to set foot in the outside world since she was born. To her, all the knowledge that she has in her mind is like
Si es del manga, sin
pieces of
spoilers.
scenery that she's never seen with her own eyes.
Totally. It's really hard to imagine that the god of wisdom had been locked up for 500 years. Just makes me upset just thinking about it.
But I'm sure everything will work out sooner or later.
If travelers would like to spend more
Vale,
time with Nahida, then be sure to check out Nahida's
Quest
story
de
quest,
Nahida,
Sapientia
siempre
or
con
Mas
personajes 5
chapter.
estrellas.
The quest will be available upon completing the Sumeru Archon quest. So be sure to check out the
Se
quest to learn
podrá
more.
jugar
It's
después
nice
de
that we'll get
completar
to spend more
todas
time
las
Sí, sí,
misiones.
sí, lo típico.
Battle. What you got for us, Kimberly?
Oh, I've got lots to share. But before we get to that, let's have a quick peek at Nahida in action.
What they say is true.
Ahí está.
You have to see the world for yourself to appreciate how beautiful it is. Grow, grow, grow! The Temple of Wisdom!
Me encanta el soundtrack.
She's so cute!
Look at her.
She's so cute.
Aw, little Nahida is so cute. I
En
love how she
japonés
hops
kawaii.
around when she's fighting. Oh, and her swing too. So, what's that skill?
Nos hace la
that looks like
tetera.
she's using a viewfinder or something. That seems pretty different.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with her viewfinder-ish kind of skill, which is actually her elemental skill. As a catalyst user, Nahida's combat style is pretty unique. You may cast her elemental skill by tapping the skill
sí, la
button,
habilidad de Yelan.
or you may hold the button to enter an aiming mode. Opponents who are selected while aiming will be linked by Nahida's special mark. After you trigger elemental reactions on opponents who are linked, and when they take damage from dendro cores, Nahida will unleash Tri-Karma Purification, dealing dendro damage.
Whoa, this is so cool. Yeah, I love how it's like connecting the enemies together.
Ya pongan el
Outside of
código.
combat, Nahida can use her elemental skill and enter the aiming mode we just mentioned to interact with certain harvestable items, allowing her to
El
collect
micro-
items
el micro
directly to the
se te va.
inventory from a distance.
Whoa, wait. Being able to harvest materials like that is gonna be so cool. That'll really save us some time.
Sí.
This skill may also have some additional uses, so travelers will have to give it a try themselves and see.
Ooh, okay.
Nahida's elemental burst is where things get really interesting. Upon unleashing her burst, Nahida manifests the Court of Dreams, expanding a special field.
That's pretty amazing. The effect really does look like some royal court or palace.
Yeah.
Sí, se puede coger ítems con el elemental, sí.
Electro, and
Entre
Hydro
otras
characters
cosas,
in the
supone que
party.
podrá hacer otras
While
cosas,
Nahida
pero
is
no ha
within
dicho
the
el qué.
special field, a Pyro member in the
Claro,
party
que en
will
cada saquemos
increase the
para que
damage
veamos
of
qué cosas puede hacer.
Tri-Karma Purification. An electro party
¿qué
member
haces
will
ahí?
decrease the intervals
Deja
at which
No es tu
tricolor
directo.
purification is triggered,
Déjala.
and a hydro party member will
Sí,
cause
es
the
verdad, puede
duration of
ver-
the field to be increased.
Y también puede leer
If
los
there are at least
pensamientos
two
de los
party members of
NPCs.
the elemental types I just mentioned, then the effects will be increased further.
Las dos Españas,
This is blowing my
clipocha,
mind
clidiosa.
right We'll really have to focus on which effects we want to achieve and put some thought into our team's composition.
Right? A key thing to remember is that these effects can be triggered while Nahida is not on the battlefield, as long as the active character remains in the special field radius.
Nice. Also,
Está
in
guay que te
addition to
enseñen cómo
Nahida,
funciona la
we have
ulti.
one other character joining us in version 3.2.
That's
Tomita
right.
Miyu.
She's a very
Confirmamos
peculiar
3.2.
academia student.
¿El qué?
Her name is Layla. Most
Layla.
days she looks
A la
super
segunda
tired and
parte.
anxious, which seems to be
No,
a direct
calla.
result of her relentless struggle with
Lo
her
acaban de decir.
studies.
Yeah.
Huh?
And not only is she frail and anxious looking, but she
Tomita
also studies
Miyu.
astrology. So it's no wonder people around her might consider her a little strange and mysterious. And even though she's always groaning about her studies, most of Layla's
Me veo muy
research
Tijuana
work is
haciendo la
actually
ulti con
fun overall.
Nahida, puede ser.
It's just her lack of
Si ahora
confidence
se lleva
that's
Nahida,
really holding
chico,
her
ya.
back. And that's when her
Y pega con
unusual
Jeremia. No,
ability comes
no va a
into
ser
play.
buena opción.
And her ability is sleepwalking.
Yeah. While she is sleeping, Layla unleashes her true self, allowing her to regain the confidence she needs and activate the talents and strengths she's had all along. As soon as she starts sleepwalking, her unfinished papers no longer seem like the monumental tasks they were, and she completes them in no time.
This is definitely something only Layla can do. Our viewers shouldn't try to do this with their own homework. But does Layla have any idea what happens when she's sleepwalking? I mean, does she know that she has this ability?
She seems to be aware of it. The papers are obviously full of her handwriting, after all. But there have been some weird instances. For example, once during crunch time while researching, she sleepwalked and climbed the wall of Sawmill, and then randomly bumped into Candace. Such weird occurrences have made her start to wonder what's
Es muy
really
gracioso el acto de vecino.
Aside from her sleepwalking, just like any other student, Layla has many
¿Qué
typical
hace Chino ahí?
things that
No
she
estuvo en la
hopes to achieve,
3.1.
as well as some regrets.
Piensa que eso
She
hablan
wants
los
to be able
chinos.
to make friends and go out and have fun. But it
Tiene
seems
sentido
like
también
she'll
porque
never
han
be
estado
able to do
hablando de la
any of
colaboración
that
con la
until
academia
she
por lo
graduates.
de
Sí.
Scaramouche.
Sí.
And actually, I'm guessing that she uses her sleepwalking abilities in combat too, right?
You bet. Let's have a look at Layla in combat.
Sweet.
Even when we're not
Ahí está
looking
Layla.
at the stars, they're always there. Watching us. My guiding stars. Stars, shine for me.
Es preciosa, Layla. Qué cara.
Y
It
sonámbula
almost looks
también.
like she's sleeping while being protected by the shield.
This shield not only protects Layla, but also creates night stars while it is active. When a character protected by the shield uses an elemental skill, more night stars will be created. Once 4 night stars have been accumulated, they will transform into homing shooting stars, dealing damage to any opponent's hit.
Ooh.
Ah, night stars. I love how her skills have a starry theme. It ties into her studies.
A ver, también os digo, pues ya me he puesto a Layla en
throughout the
medicina.
skill's duration, each time a night star is accumulated, the shield strength will increase. This effect can stack up to a maximum of 4 times.
Whoa.
Layla's elemental burst unleashes a dream sphere that constantly
¿Has
fires
entendido cómo
starlight slugs
funcionaba el
at opponents
escudo?
within its AoE, while
no.
also generating night
Ella
stars
tiene
for
un
Layla's
escudo.
shield.
Sí.
Se traspasa.
Gracias, tiene un escudo. Gracias, lo estoy viendo. Tiene un escudo.
¿Quieres callar un mes?
When Layla crafts character
Se
count
traspasa
materials,
al
she
cambiar de
has a set
personaje.
chance to
Entonces,
receive
el
double the
personaje que
product.
lleva el escudo,
nice.
si hace un elemental, carga
Anyway,
una estrella.
when can
A las
travelers
4
expect to
estrellas que
see these new
carga, se
characters
disparan.
available in-game?
Great
Ah, mira, ya
question.
tenemos la
That
primera
brings us to
fase,
a new
Yoimiya
event
y
mission.
Nahida.
In the early part of version 3.2, Nahida
Ya,
and Yoimiya
pero
will be
tienen
available.
que poner ellos
In the later part of the
directamente.
version, we'll be seeing
En segunda
rerun
parte,
event
ya hay
wishes for
Tartala
Naiko
con
and
Layla.
Tartaglia, and
Es que lo
Layla
han
will
dicho.
become available for the first time. Also, a new 5-star
El
weapon,
arma de
1,000
Nahida.
floating dreams, will be appearing in the new weapon event wish.
Oh, nice. By the way, I've heard that Layla's been getting ready recently to participate in Sumeru's Beast Tamer tournament. But before we get into that, I think it's time for us to take another break. We'll be back with the latest info on events coming in the version update.
I know what you're thinking. It's time for redemption code. You guys get it? I know.
Ya está con los chistes de mierda.
Segundo código. Si tuvimos un alba de evento hace nada. Estamos en la 3.2. Era 3.3 tocaría.
¿No dieron una lanza o algo así, era?
Sí, dieron una lanza, claro.
Con el del festival.
Sí, dieron la lanza y esta quiere otra arma. La lanza del pájaro este en el evento de Mondstadt. Que hay un puto pájaro en la punta.
Cuando subías de puntos el barrilete te iba dando cositas, ahí había una lanza.
¡Oh, Dori! La regalan. Que Insa quería regalar otra arma de evento. Que la chica es viciosa. Avariciosa.
Fungus competition? How does that even work? Aren't fungi dangerous? They're always attacking us in the wild.
I know it sounds a little weird, but you'll love it. In this contest, participants will use a special gadget called a wisdom orb.
Ya, yo ya lo sabía que venía Dori.
And participate in
de hecho se dijo hace tiempo que venía Dori. Yo ya lo sabía, pero era leak.
Okay, so
me gusta a mí este evento,
¿Qué es esto, Pokémon?
No, te coleccionas setas. Es un concurso de setas.
In this event, travelers will be able to sneak up on fungi in some certain areas to catch them. Unfortunately, the Jade Plume Terror Shroom is not.
Es Pokémon, no me jodas, es atraparlos. Hazte con todos.
After catching different kinds of fungi, you can follow Paimon's suggestion and give them cute names. But most importantly, you will have to train your fungi.
That sounds fun.
Travelers will have to use special floral jelly ingredients to mix and form blends that your fungi enjoy and unlock their
fungi skill.
While mixing ingredients,
este evento está hecho para mí, lo estás viendo, ¿no?
¿Pero qué es esto ahora? ¿Candy Crush?
Los tienes que mezclar, sí.
Kind of like jelly.
Y hacer pociones haciendo el minijuego.
Hey, Paimon wouldn't ever do that.
Well, I can
tienes que hacer el puzzle que te dice el bicho, ¿ves?
And with all these different kinds of fungi.
Que se evoluciona.
So to work on their abilities, we'll use something called
se hacen más grandes.
training mode.
In this mode,
there will be 2 challenge types: coordinated assaults and zone defense. Travelers will be able to command their fungi's abilities, have them coordinate their attacks against a single target, and control them to defend the leyline monolith.
¡Es Pokémon! ¡Es un Pokémon!
It's so much fun. I can't wait.
Yeah, me neither.
¡Es un puto Pokémon! ¿Quién te conoce, Table Cup? Cállate. ¿Quién te conoce, Table Cup? Este es el puto mejor evento. Esto es mejor que la Table Cup. ¿Qué me estás diciendo?
Layla will be appearing in the event storyline, as well as a familiar visitor
la
from
pena que
another
me da
nation.
matarlos por farmear.
Any idea?
Nintendo ya está preparando la demanda.
Fun guy.
Okay, I see what you did there. I respect it. Let's leave that for travelers to discover themselves.
¿Te explico el chiste?
Come on, guys.
No.
Okay, next up we have a change of pace with an all-new trials event. For this event, travelers will have to use characters' special abilities to complete specific objectives. For example, you may have to knock slimes into the goal by an overloaded reaction with Yen Fei's and Please attacks.
Ahora fútbol.
Elemental skill to move quickly and dodge
¿Pero qué es esto?
Here are some others. Use Xiao's plunging attack to send platforms back to the ground, or use Beto's elemental skill to hit.
¡Hola! ¡Qué chulo!
Some pretty unusual training.
Yeah, and to make things even more interesting, this event will support co-op gameplay.
A ver, parece una Olimpiadas, te digo. Oye, qué guapo.
But
El Fall
what
Guys.
about objectives for characters that maybe
Modo mundial se han puesto. A ver, tiene sentido.
All the
Sí, en
corresponding
verdad,
characters
sí.
will be provided as trial characters in the challenges.
Ah, perfect.
In addition to these events, version 3.2
Ah,
will
hostia, el
also
evento de
feature an event
hipotasis.
for our players to put their skills to the test. This time, we'll have a new edition of the Hypostatic Symphony event.
Nice. So, what changes can
Imagino que se
travelers
podrá jugar
expect this
multi
time around?
juntados, si
The
no,
most
vaya
notable change, of
coñazo,
course,
¿no?
will be the addition of the new Dendro
Hipótesis dentro, que
hypostasis.
será de
That's right, the
NAHIDA.
last member of the hypostasis family will be officially landed.
No,
in
dijeron
version
es
3.2.
Olimpiadas esto
Besides
antes.
serving as a new open
Sí, sí,
world
no, pero
boss,
que-
the Dendro
que se pueda
hypostasis
jugar.
Nos van a zurrar los
is
cubos.
performing alongside its fellow hypostases in the Hypostatic Symphony event.
This time,
Dime, por favor, que se puede jugar con
travelers
amigos.
will be
No lo
facing
sé.
Challenges featuring the Dendro, Cryo, Pyro, and Hydro hypostases.
Esto es muy fácil.
Before each challenge, travelers may select
Fue
a
una
buff effect
mierda
to use.
porque lo pusieron
However,
muy temprano
as you
y no
increase
había
the
y la
difficulty,
gente no
the
sabía
number of
no tenía
uses
tanto
will
conocimiento
decrease,
como
and
ahora.
the enemies will become more challenging. So it'll be super important for travelers to plan the right moment to use these effects.
So what options do we have once we run out of buffs?
¿Por qué ponen aquí?
Travelers will still be able to
Porque
use
pueden,
food and
deja
potions
500.
from their inventory. If you're aiming to
Déjala
just collect
en
all the
paz.
Primo Gem rewards, then
Se
don't
estira
worry.
juntado para
You don't need to up the
que usa
difficulty too
clic.
much.
Okay, good to know. Whew.
I, for one, will definitely not be upping the difficulty. And just like before, you may tackle the challenges together with your friends.
Pensaba que el crío, digo, vale, el crío contra Ayaka, muy bien.
Now that we've covered the challenge event, let's take a quick look at a couple more casual events coming our way in the new update. First, we'll be finding inspiration for an illustrator in the Outside the Canvas Inside the Lens event. And once again, we'll be working together with leaders.
Habíamos empezado muy bien,
It's also
Pero,
worth mentioning here that some optimizations have been made for the photo event this time around. Everyone will be able to select from some preset angles and can
Habíamos
make use
empezado
of the
bien,
rotate and focus functions to take better pictures.
That's great.
While you're out taking pictures, you may run into some interesting storylines along the way. So be sure not to miss Outside the Canvas Inside the Lens.
Está interesante,
Man, I
pero
love
uff.
these kinds of events. Sign me
Te va
up.
contando
Yeah, me
cositas
too.
en la
Bueno, cosas de la tetera.
We also have some news on system-related updates and
Eso
optimizations.
sí me da pereza.
I'm really excited about the first of these, which is regarding the Serenity
Deje
Pod.
morir a la tetera,
Starting
por
with
favor.
version 3.2, the Serenity Pod will be adding the
Ah, sí, que puedes
long-awaited
replicar cosas de tus amigos o de gente
¡El
random.
Animal Crossing!
This feature will allow travelers to use sharing codes to bring designs from other.
¿Soy la única que no le desagradan las fotos? No, Pinku también le gusta.
Me
Share
encantan
their
los
own
eventos
teapot
de
designs.
fotos. Me encanta.
I know there may be some travelers out there who have
Me
seen
gustaban
some
mucho los de los
amazing
colores,
teapot
que
designs
tenías que
that they've wanted
fotografiar y
to
te
also
puse
create
según
themselves,
color.
but didn't
Eso me
have the ability or time to make it. With this new function, travelers will be able to bring that creativity back to their own teapot or share their
Vamos a
creativity
copiar
with others.
cosas de
Get
gente
ready to set up
random.
your friends with amazing teapot skills.
Eso es como
I
en
can't wait
el
to see
Animal
everyone
Crossing.
sharing their designs, especially.
Otra demanda de Nintendo.
Sí.
Which brings us to our final update to share with everyone. This one is regarding the game's available
un oso
languages.
aquí, ¿eh?
Starting with version 3.3.
No, no,
the
no,
update
no, no, ya es
following this
suficiente.
one, Genshin
Ojalá.
Uy,
Impact
no,
will be
ojo.
adding Turkish and Italian to the game
Ah,
language settings.
italiano
So,
y turco.
players who prefer to see the game's text and UI in those languages can
Vamos a
look
tener italianos, vamos gente,
Travelers
italianos.
all over the world can enjoy the game and start their own journeys through the world of Tibet.
Pesto de
For further
cueto de
details,
mama.
please check Genshin Impact's official channels and keep an eye out for
Pepperoni.
future announcements and info.
Pizza.
Wow, we've covered a ton of stuff. Seriously, it's a lot to take in.
For sure.
Turkish arroz
So now is probably a
puchuchu.
great time for our last redemption code.
Oh,
No sé lo que
yeah,
significa
let's
en
go.
turco, pero ahí está.
Otro código.
Código, el último, the last código.
De las code. Hombre, Albion, es un poco teoría de la conspiración esto ya, ¿eh?
Turkish arroz puchuchu. Senpai, no sé por qué copiar los códigos ahí, pero bueno. Más cosas, más cosas. Más cosas.
Un evento oso.
Ah, puse... Joder.
Well, everyone, I think we've covered just about everything coming our way in version 3.2, which means we've arrived at the end of our special program.
Uy, ya está, ya se acaba.
Yeah, no, we covered a ton of stuff.
So much stuff.
Yeah. So many events too. But the thing that I'm most excited about is, of course, NAHIDA playable character, NAHIDA playable character, NAHIDA playable character.
Obviously.
Nice.
Yeah, for me, it was definitely the Balladeer. Dude, it looks so insane. Yes. I have no idea how I'm gonna do that.
Hombre, el Pokémon y las Olimpiadas están muy guay, la verdad, están curradas, pero las fotos es como...
So many things. Battling the Dendro Hypostasis, and of course the fabulous fungus frenzy. Getting my little fungi and battling with them. And, you know, the teapot, the Serenity teapot, I'm so behind on my teapot, so I can't wait to hopefully get some designs from others, or at least, you know, get some inspiration from another teapot design.
Pero están acortando cada vez más los tiempos de banners.
No, porque solo va a ser hasta la 3.3, luego a partir de la 3.4 volvemos a la normalidad.
It most definitely won't be the end of our journey in Sumeru.
Lo acortaron por el tema de la pandemia, no por otra cosa. Porque tienen plazos.
May the wisdom of the Dendro Archon be with all of you.
See you in game, everyone. Bye.
Bye. Ya está. Se acabó. Se acabó. Ya está. O sea, ya está. Tremendo. Sí. Tremendo. ¿Qué os ha parecido?
平和と見間違うランブリンコースター揺さぶられない